the real money, guys, come from bundles. Remember, guys, even right now, if you look at the latest products being sold by famous people, you're gonna see that some of those bundles are being sold for like $65 versus like 20 bucks or whatever it is that you are aiming for. So guys, if you really want to increase your average value over time for your brand, for your product bundle, then definitely, guys, don't just over focus only on the product, but focus on the bundle. Focus on the round one, round two, pre-launch and launch and strategy, whatever it is that you're trying to build. Focus on making sure that that bundle, guys, is fire. Even if you have to spend like 3 months literally just researching the bundle, so this way you get really comfortable feeling and can maximize your profits and your score. Just to give you an idea, I was playing around the other day in optimizing the formula for profits. I was trying to figure out a way for how to combine digital faceless marketing together with physical marketing in context of product development, product differentiation, and kind of a bundling. So what I mean by that is, so yesterday, guys, literally I was looking it up ChatGPT, and I was just trying to figure out a way for how I could optimize profits and increase the chances of my product bundle being sold. And upon doing so, upon going back and forth with ChatGPT, it was really clear to me that the best way to really do it is to introduce there's certain things you got to introduce to your bundle, guys, in order to trigger GMV metric to kick in. Because essentially, with GMV, as you know, TikTok is going to be promoting you and pushing you, providing that you hit that metric, GMV metrics. So and that metric is you gotta get fast velocity, super fast. Like within first 7 days, you gotta hit that velocity. Within first 7 days, you gotta hit that $1,500 sale mark, and then TikTok is gonna push you further, and you're gonna make more sales. So the question is, how do you pull this off? Or better what? The question is, how do you include all the other mechanics into this? How do you trigger that GMV max score, and how do you do so across different platforms? So what I did is I was able to figure out a formula, guys, yesterday for how to trigger GMV max score and how to get it running really nice, like how to produce results. So if you guys are interested in learning more, all I did was simply ask ChatGPT, how do I stay within a $1,000 budget, so this way I don't spend too much money, and how do I do this in a way where I can get TikTok to start triggering that GMV metric? So basically those are the questions that I was asking, and the ChatGPT would keep coming back and telling me like, yeah, here's what you gotta do if you don't want to spend over $1,000 but still hit that GMV score. Because essentially, guys, when you the beautiful thing, guys, actually happen when you spend at least, I'd say maybe like 2 to 3 weeks on looking which product you want to kind of launch with and start researching. Beautiful things will start happening. Your brain will start literally engineering new formulas. And yesterday I was able to reverse engineer GMV max formula from TikTok. I was able to reverse engineer it into a very good profit formula, meaning, in simple words, I found a way for how to increase profits for a luxury pet product just by talking to ChatGPT and kind of asking questions like, hey, I want to be within $1,000 budget. I don't want to spend more than $1,000. Here's the product that I found. What can I do with that product to differentiate it? I want to make sure that I get TikTok to push my product. What exactly can I do? And I kept going back and forth, guys. Literally, my brain was so cooked, just like literally, thank you. Literally going back and forth, guys, back and forth with ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, like if you don't ask the right questions, it drifts, guys. It drifts. So in other words, if you like trying to design your own profit formula. And guys, this is like insane stuff. ChatGPT 5 is super smart, guys. It's absolutely insane what it could do. Like if you're trying to figure out your own product, like how to build your own not just product, guys, but how to design your own winning formula. So this way you have like insane margins, meaning so this way you make a lot more profit. So somehow I couldn't even believe what I discovered, guys, yesterday. Just by playing around with ChatGPT, what I discovered that is that I was able to increase the profits formula for the product that I was trying to come up with. And guys, keep something in mind, you don't need to engineer anything new. You don't need to be any kind of crazy scientist or super smart person to figure this out. It's just all you want to do when you start looking at any kind of product. You just simply want to say, look, you want to tell ChatGPT, look, I don't want to take too much risk. I want to start only with $1,000. I'm not going to go more than $1,000. I want to trigger GMV max score from TikTok, so this way it can start promoting my products. So this way I get bigger value, and my product gets pushed more. And I want to do it with a product that is differentiated. Like, what can I do with the product itself that is so different that would make it possible for other people to start buying it faster in the first 7 days? Oh, hello guys. Hello Jonathan. Hello guys. So, and right now, I don't know if you guys confused, but literally I'm just kind of giving you how I was able to discover the formula. And like the crazy part about it, you could discover that formula too. I'm simply describing the process that any of you guys could execute that same process to figure out the winning formula for whatever it is whatever the kind of product bundle that you're trying to build. Because as I mentioned, if you're trying to like design your own brand, guys, and like only go with one product, which is, I don't know, less than $20, that you're not going to really make any good money. The only way you're going to increase those profits is if you come up with very good bundle. Even if you have to spend like 3 months cooking your brain, guys, literally trying to come up with a bundle, that's the only way you're going to be able to crack that puzzle. Because people are really smart, the consumers are really smart nowadays. They look at like one thing and another thing, and they see how they all connected, how they solve a particular problem. So basically, anyway, going back to the winning formula, guys, look, I literally, when I was guys, what I tapped into in ChatGPT, because here's what I had to do. Like ChatGPT as I mentioned, it constantly drifts. It goes like, you give it a task, you say, I want to stay within $1,000. I don't want to spend more than $1,000. I don't want to be gambling here. I want to launch my product, luxury product, on TikTok shop, but I don't want to gamble. I want to stay within $1,000. Don't try to like drift. And so I basically kept coming back and saying that, because anytime I would give a new criteria, sooner or later, maybe a few iterations later, ChatGPT would drift, and I would have to say, yo, what up? Like, no, don't forget, I don't want to get cooked. We're still staying within $1,000 like budget. But anyways, it was fairly good, providing that you mentioned that. And it kept coming back, and it told me, okay, here's what you got to do. And typically, guys, like, look, when you start doing this, hello guys, hello. What happens, guys, when you start engineering your winning formula, your brain is going to be getting pieces of information, because essentially what ChatGPT is going to do is going to give you some links. It's going to say, go to YouTube, check out this thing, go to like Amazon, check out this listing, right? So effectively, if you look at, and the reason why I'm telling you got to really stick with this strategy for like 3 months straight, is because your brain is not going to be able to discover those patterns for how to design that winning formula unless you really follow the sequence that I'm describing now. So anyway, when I keep talking to ChatGPT, it comes back and it says, go check out this thing, go check out that thing. So I quickly check all those different things out, like different products, to get an idea, to get my brain supercharged, like with all those variations of what the bundle should be. And then I was like, all right, what if I don't make any sales? Can you combine all those ideas that you just provided and explain all those different things that I gotta add into the bundle, so this way I could stand out, and so this way I have this velocity, and this way I could hit that GMV max score, and there's like a minimum number you gotta hit if you really want TikTok to be pushing you, which is $1,500. So, which is $1,500 sales. And if you guys are getting confused, I'm describing how I reverse engineer TikTok GMV Max algorithm and convert it into a formula, winning formula to increase profits using in a combination of digital faceless marketing and product engineering and differentiation of that product. I quickly just describing it to you guys because like this is where a lot of people over focus just on one thing, but really the thing is what makes the product so profitable and good margins is not just like, oh yeah, let me make a very good aesthetics of the product. It's a combination of those kind of theoretical things that I'm describing to you now, which you could integrate into basic ChatGPT script to give you the winning product. And that this theoretical combination and a flux of information that I'm delivering to you right now is capable of helping moms over 40 or any other people who are listening to this produce like 100. Like I managed to produce 100% profit formula using by reverse engineering GMV max score. This is just how big of a deal. So if you don't like listen to those combinations that I'm introducing to you guys, then you will just go live with your product on the internet, and you'll get like maybe, I don't know, 25%, maybe even go negative. Many moms go negative when they start with that. But if you go with this thing that I just described, with this winning formula, where you sit down, you ask ChatGPT through many iterations and say, look, I want to achieve that GMV score from TikTok. Give me everything you need to give me in order to make this product hit that GMV score, and kind of keep coming back, keep grounding it, because it's gonna try to deviate. It's gonna like tell you sometimes things that are incorrect, and then you gotta recheck if it's correct or not. So, and then I kept going through multiple iterations, and I asked, okay, what if I don't make any sales? How can I increase the velocity? Because here's the thing, here's how I did it, guys. Here's how I was able to engineer that winning formula. I kept asking like, okay, here's the GMV. What if I don't hit the GMV score? What if I don't hit it? Like, what can I do specifically to hit it? And it said, oh, give people refunds in the beginning. And I'm like, okay, what kind of refunds? Well, if people don't make any sales, if you create an offer on Meta, on a different platform, and push them to your funnel and tell them I'll give you 100% refund from providing that you buy from my TikTok shop, then people will not be like hesitant. They're just going to be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a free product. And then you're going to do that for only like 20 products. So you're going to have like a bundle. So you're going to have, guys, there's a bunch of math involved, guys. I'm a former certified math teacher for the state of Connecticut. With a dual math degree, I was able to figure out this formula, guys. And if you want it, I'll give you my conversations with ChatGPT. So all you got to do, you just review those ChatGPT conversations and apply it for your product. But basically, in order to, because you got to hit the velocity, you got to hit the other factors where there's consistency factor. You got to do certain things with your product itself, where you include rebates, percentage rebates, with the QR code directly into that physical product. Meaning you got to engineer the product for people when your customers buy that product from you, they're going to be providing those reviews, rebate reviews. There's certain percentage you want to include of those reviews, so this way your customers, you're not just paying for Meta ads, your customers becoming your your reviewers. So guys, like, I know it's getting complex, but there's so what I did is I came up with a way to solve the volume problem, because essentially a lot of people just don't hit that volume and never hit the GMV max score. And I managed to reverse engineer the fact for how you could increase engagement and make it look like a real engagement by tapping into another platform like Meta and creating a funnel, running basic Meta ads, and then getting the person free product for the first X amount of products, and then providing that person instructions for how they could go on a TikTok shop and navigate to the listing in a way that it looks organic, versus just saying go here to this link and buy it. That doesn't really do me any good. It doesn't really increase my chances of that product being pushed on TikTok because I want to simulate the organic reach. And to do that, I engineered a funnel that makes it easy to just literally, it's a bunch of instructions, guys. You could follow the same, you could also have the same funnel, guys, but it's a bunch of instructions where instead of telling person go to this link to buy it on my TikTok shop, instead you create a challenge and you say, look, if you want the refund, you're gonna go to TikTok, you're gonna search for the following, either any of those combinations of keywords. So which you're including SEO directly into your physical product. So guys, this is not taught anywhere in the world, guys. So not this is by hand, not taught anywhere in the world, guys. So what I was able to do is I was able to combine search engine optimization and what makes the TikTok push your product. I was able to reverse engineer this entire formula, and I was able to get to close to 100% profits. And I figured out which product, which luxury pet product to focus on, and how to like get it factory to create it, how to get factory to differentiate it. And I managed to figure out how to do it all in one shot, guys. If you want to learn this, DM the word path on my Insta. This is and I'll send you my ChatGPT prompt that I used in order to figure this out. For how is it, this will help you literally, guys. It will help you come up with your winning product and make more sales. And I could send it to you. All you gotta do is go to my bio link and DM the word path, PATH, on my Insta. I came up with a formula. That allows you to combine digital and physical worlds together when it comes to finding a viral pet product, and make it easy for moms over 40 or any other side hustlers make profits. I was able to get close to 102% profits from using this formula, using nothing but ChatGPT 5 engineering. Like I had to tap into multiple industries and ask and show you guys the framework. This framework is going to be almost impossible for you to understand unless you actually see me communicating directly with ChatGPT and explaining to you, like in the workshops that I'm explaining to you now, for how I was able to achieve this. And once you look at my ChatGPT conversations, you'll be able to replicate the same exact thing. It will take you a couple of weeks, but once you find your bundled product, it's going to be smooth sailing afterwards, guys. And it's just going to be so easy. Many moms over 40, they can't figure this out because they don't know what questions to ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will constantly raise you up and tell you like, yeah, you're right, but then the next thing you know, you get cooked and you end up overspending or crazy things start happening. So what I did is I looked at all the combinations of what would happen if I was to find a fire looking product, viral product, pet product, went ahead and got a bunch of people from China, a bunch of factories, produce it and send it over to America, so this way you could resell it for more. I figured out all those dynamics, all those risk factors, and packaged that across multiple ChatGPT sessions, so this way many of you guys could figure out how to do this. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. I'll see you next time. If you guys are interested in gaining access to those ChatGPT prompts, DM the word path on my Insta. I'll see you next time. Take care.